the arrows up the top.
You're now the host.
Am I? Okay,
Yep.
cool. So that means I should be able to screen share. Hello.
Hi.
G'day.
Sup?
Welcome back to the Last Alliance of Noobs and Men.
That's us.
We're back with another very well received and definitely not controversial tier list video, which are all facts, by the way.
100% fact.
Everything in this video we've
scoured.
meticulously researched.
Yeah, that's it. It's we've got numbers, we've got stats, we've got spreadsheets.
We've played all these armies multiple times. Every single model we've played in 300 games.
Yeah,
we know everything about them.
We've each won 10 tournaments with these armies, so experience is top tier.
So who have we got today, Sean?
The true Kingdom of Moria, led by old mate Durin's Bane. So we're doing Moria, the goblins.
We're doing Goblin Warrior. We're doing, yeah. Hang on, let me do this one.
Also, we're sponsored by Pringles.
Oh, I thought we were sponsored by Oak Milk.
And Oak.
Kill hungry, thirsty deep. Oh, fuck. All right. So, Moria. Now, I fucking love Moria. They were like the second army I like properly made. They're just so much fun to just fuck with. And they've got so much shit going on. So yeah, we'll jump right into it. So first up, we have the two captain models. First up, the regular Moria Goblin Captain. And holy shit, if you can find a cheaper 2 points of might in the game, 35 points.
Yeah.
35 points for
if you want to make
three.
D6.
40 points for D6. He's D5 base, which isn't terrible. Strength 4, 2 attacks, 2 wounds. I mean, you're hard pressed to find a better captain model in terms of sheer value. They're a solid troop with 2 points of might. That's essentially what they are in the Moria list. Like 2 attacks. They still fight 3. You can get them. I don't think in the Legendary Legion they can get to fight 4. They might be able to in the Balrog. I can't remember if that's only warriors or not. That's something we probably should have looked up. But regardless, fight 3 is not
researched, people.
Sorry. I know for a fact that I don't know. So I mean, look, I genuinely I'm teetering on A tier.
A tier. I wouldn't go S tier.
I think
there's still things I would take over the captain.
I think there is, but it's not much.
Yeah, so I stick them in A tier. They're great, good, cheap 2 points of might. But as I said, I still think there's things I would take over.
I think that's fair.
Probably one of my last choices. If I've got the points left over, or I need something that can take.
It depends on what list you're building, though, as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Because like if you're building like a Moria spam list, there's nothing else better.
Oh, really. Captains every day of the week.
Yeah, like obviously Durbaz and Grubby, we'll get to them. They're fantastic, but as value for money goes, I mean, yeah, fucking Moria captains, amazing. Speaking of value for money, after the worst captain in the game, the Moria Black Shield captain, you get almost nothing for 10 points extra.
Yeah.
You get
cool. He gets hatred dwarves. That's cool.
But the thing is, he only has a 2-handed sword.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, you could make that a 2-handed axe for 5 points. Like that's interesting. Piercing strike, strength 5, 2 attacks, +1s to wound. Interesting. There's some interesting stuff you can do with them, but I do not think they are worth the points for what they do. They've got an extra courage. and an extra defense, but you can also get to D6 with a Moria captain for 5 points less, and you don't have to two-hand with them all the time.
Yeah. No, I don't like them at all.
They're rubbish. They're like much like their warrior counterpart, which we will get to. I think I put them in C tier because like
they're not
I now that I think about like giving them a two-handed axe, I kind of like that, but it's not something I'd actually like run too often. It's like, oh, maybe if I'm making a weird little list, like a fight 3, strength 5, +1s to wound, or +2s if you trap, because they can have the army bonus. So next up we've got the big boy, the king of Moria, the true king of Moria himself.
Bugger off.
Fuck off, Balin. This is Durbur's territory. Man, I love Durbers.
Oh, he's
great. He's so good for 70 points. He's fight 4,
strength 4.
Fight 4, strength 4, which actually I was right, actually. I don't know about the Legendary Legion, but you can get captains to fight 4 with Grubby around, but we'll talk about that later. So you can potentially get him to fight 5. And they've also got the +1 to their fight value when you trap, so you can potentially get him to fight 6. Which actually I think earlier I mistook that for backstabbing, but that is wrong. For some reason, I don't know why, but every time I look at Moria, I think their army bonus is +1s to wound when trapping, and I do not know why.
It's not the Corsairs, mate.
It's not. I don't know. Okay, so I said earlier you could get +2s to wound on the Moria Black Shield captain. I'm sure everyone's already gone into the comments and told me how wrong I am, but I do know that I was wrong. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I'll be deleting all those comments. No criticism allowed.
This is China, baby.
But yes, you can get him to potentially fight 6 if you make the army right. Fight 5 when you're trapping. He's got strike. He's got 3 points of might. He's got 2 fate, 2 attacks, 2 attacks. What were they? 2 fate, 2 will, 2 attacks, 2 wounds. My God, my sentence structure is really good today. I'm
researched and confident, people.
I know everything. This is fact. Anyway,
but no, he is solid. He's solid for 70 points. Also, heroic strike and defense. I can't remember if you mentioned that. Huge. 12-inch stand pass, baby.
12-inch stand pass. Heroic defense, especially on Hero of Valor, the one of 2 Heroes of Valor in the entire list who is almost certainly going to be a leader if you take him. Heroic defense is so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think this is going to be the first S tier.
Very, very possibly. Because once again, I think it comes down to how you build this list.
Yeah.
But let's say if you're not taking the Balrog, Durbers is an auto take.
Yes. If you're not taking the Balrog and you're... the only thing is, like, if you're going for real spam and you don't, like... I still think you take Durbers, actually. I was just you go for real spam, like maybe you can risk it to just take captains and maybe like Groblog.
You can still go real spam with Durbers, Groblog, and captains though.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like Durbers he's so good for his
even
points.
If you're taking, I was gonna say even if you're taking the Balrog, you can comfortably take Durbers, but there's no point because the Balrog's got Goblin Mastery, so you just take Groblog. I'd happily keep him in S tier. He's
I think he's S tier depending on the list you make. Obviously, like he's not going to be in every list. But I think given how many lists you can make with Moria, I think he belongs in S tier because he brings so much to the table if you're making that list.
But if we generalize it, A tier.
I think in general he's A tier, but then again, I don't see... There's actually not a lot of models in Moria that I would take over him. Yeah, actually, I don't think there's a lot of models in Moria that I take over him in terms of making an army, unless it's like I'm making a monster mash and that kind of stuff. Like,
fair enough. All right, let's keep him. Let's say that he's teetering between S and A.
I'd say he's definitely
On the
teetering. There's definitely a hero I'm going to put an S tier right now, and that is
Goblin.
No, the Moria Black Shield Shaman.
Oh, spot on. Love him.
S tier.
Bloody shatter on a 3 o'clock. Hello.
Good. How good is a Moria Black Shield Shaman? For 50 points, you bring so much threat to the table.
Shatter.
My God, a 3+ shatter. It's huge. It can change games.
That I've seen that bloody shatter get rid of Boromir's armor, banner, and sword.
Yeah, and that's only one shaman. Like, you can.
Yep.
It's not like 100%, but you can pretty comfortably throw one dice at a 3+.
Yeah. Well, yeah, against my opponent, that's all he did was he just rolled. To be fair, there's a bit of luck in it. It's a dice game, so of course there's luck in everything. So whatever we talk about, there's elements of luck, no matter what. But yeah, just one dice at a time. Bang, banner gone, bang, this gone. I tried to resist it. I failed to resist. Yeah. And poof, disappeared.
Yeah, and especially once you have failed that like first resist, if they still have those 2 will left, like you're almost certainly going to be losing the rest of your shit.
Yeah.
Boromir is suddenly naked and just getting beat down by goblins. One of my favorite things I've ever done with the Moria Black Shield Shaman, Gundabad Troll with his big fucking hammer. First turn, broke the hammer, the club. And suddenly that troll, that 130, 40 point troll, is running around unarmed and unable to do any fucking thing. It was so good because they don't have any will to resist. Moria Black Shield Shaman is such a fucking good monster counter if they've got like a weapon. Like if it's a troll, if it's like it can't really do it against like eagles and ents and that kind of stuff because their weapons are like their shit. But like if there's something really big on the board that doesn't have a lot of will, or even if it does, just throw that shatter at it, and you're like, oh, you're unarmored, you're unarmed. Either or, like you're gonna do some serious damage.
And even Tremor, it's on a 5+, but when that comes off, reliable.
Yeah,
when it comes off,
if you can get a Tremor off on a good line, oof, mwah. I've only managed to do it like twice, but
you pulled a pretty decent Tremor off against me at a tournament. It was the 200-point tournament.
Oh, yeah.
I had my Dunedain. I think you dropped like 4 Dunedain in a turn, which was like half my army.
Yeah, it didn't end up making much of a difference, but did it feel good. Yeah. That's another thing. Like if you're up against low will or like a line of warriors, man, Tremor really comes through. It's especially if you can line it up right, like hitting like an entire front line with Tremor and then walking your lads in, even if they don't die, which I think from memory it's like a strength 5 hit or something as well. Let me quickly double check that because it's a brutal hit from memory.
Only thing we didn't research because we didn't think to talk about Tremor.
Tremor does a strength 6 hit each. That's pretty fucking good. Like, especially against like a D5, D6 army. If you hit a D6 line, if you get 6 inches of warriors and you're needing 4s to wound a bunch of them, like you're pretty reliably getting like 4 or 5 of them at least.
Yeah, it's
easily puts them in S tier. I don't think they're an auto take. I think you definitely need to like consider what your army is, but like as far as shamans go, they are the best shaman.
If you have 50 points floating around, you bring a shaman.
You need it. Yeah, you need a Black Shield Shaman. I think actually these two together are a really good combination because like a regular shaman has the fury, so like your like rough courage isn't like you can counter that pretty half decently, but grabbing Grobby and Derbez and and the Black Shield Shaman, even if you break with Durbez's 12-inch standfast, like you don't really need the Shaman. Like, obviously it'd be great against terror armies and that kind of stuff, but I think the Black Shield Shaman over a Goblin Shaman is a decent choice for sure.
Yeah, I do like the regular Goblin Shaman, but
it's solid for sure. But there's something about the Black Shield Shaman.
Definitely be teetering towards that. The Shatter's just Shatter on a 3+ is dumb. The Drake.
So the Cave Drake. I love the Cave Drake.
150 points.
150 points of absolute kick-ass. Like, I mean, fight 6, strength 7, D7, 4 attacks, monstrous charge, 6 wounds. It doesn't have the fucking bullshit that another one of these monsters has.
I think auto kill ability.
The auto kill ability, which, to be fair, I don't think you really ever use. I've used the Cave Drake a couple of times now, and I don't actually really rate Gaping Maw over just really fucking hitting a hero with like a rend or something like that. Because like 4 attacks on a rend, usually needing like 3s, I think is better value than on a 3+ they can roll fate and probably live. The biggest things they have is that monstrous charge, man. Like having 5 attacks on the charge and just all the knockdown you ever want. You have so many fucking strikes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for 150 points. Yeah, strength 7 for 150 points. Like
it does also have the nest.
The nest, which is a fearless bubble.
Fearless. It's nothing too special. It's nice. The other thing I really like about the Cave Drake, as opposed to say the dragon, which we'll talk about later, no survival instinct.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was saying. He doesn't have a bullshit rule. Oh man, that's something I'm gonna get real angry about later. But like, but I think the biggest problem with the Cave Drake is that he doesn't have strike, and he's only got 1 point of might. Two things that are like, like he's fight 6. 90% of the time, you're probably throwing him into troops, so he's not going to really need the high fight. But there's going to be that off chance that a big hero comes in, strikes up, you're trapped, and he gets a bunch of wounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with terror. Also, Mountain Dweller and Woodland Creature is quite nice. With an 8-inch move, oh man. Yeah. I think it's pretty fucking easy to go A or S tier with this boy. I think I'm leaning towards
I'm feeling A, yeah. Just the fact that it's, I say, only fight 6.
Yeah. And it doesn't have strike. I think that's kind of like where it kind of falls a little bit. And also it's only a minor hero is another big thing.
Similar to quite a lot of Moria, it relies on rolling 6s.
Move on, because I think A tier is absolutely where it lives.
Yeah.
So this Ashraq.
Sadly, don't see him a lot.
Sadly a model you don't see a lot, mainly because he's out of production.
Yeah.
And not a model I have a huge amount of experience with, but this is another hero where he's so good in certain lists. In a list that you build with, like, you just take spiders, you give them all venom back on a spider for 2 points to give them venom back. Like re-rolling all failed wounds on 2 attack models, especially if you've got like 6 or 7 of them. With strength 5, I mean, it's hard to beat.
What you were touching on is, depending on what list you're taking this with, if you're running him with a bunch of spiders and with what the fuck's that other hero called? Druzag. Him and Druzag together, perfect, beautiful.
Yeah, they make a really good list, and I think Ashraq is probably the one I would take less over Druzag. I just feel like he falls short. I think the Venom Backs is really nice.
I'm feeling B with him, just because like once again, similar to other models that we've mentioned, there's things that we would like to take over him.
Yeah, I think
And
he just falls a little bit short unless you're like making a spider list.
In a spider list, I would say A tier. In general, B tier.
Yeah, I know. I like he's got like a paralyzed thing. Like if you
the death touch.
If you wound a model with him, but he's only strength 3, it's
You've still got to roll a 4+
interesting. You've still got to roll a 4+. Yeah,
keep him in B, man. In B tier.
I think B tier is safe just purely on like, yeah, there is a better shaman coming up, or better like magic user for Moria coming up.
Onto the regular Goblin Shaman.
Regular Goblin Shaman, I think
he's regular.
He's a pretty standard shaman. He's a Fury transfixed shaman. I think Fury's really good on Moria goblins, absolutely, because they are only courage 2. But you do have like a couple of other, like you've got you've got the Goblin Mastery around the Balrog. If you're taking that list, so you never really take a regular shaman in that list.
I feel like you're only taking the Goblin Shaman for that transfix.
I think you do take it for the Fury, but it depends on the list. Because like the Fury's going to be really good against a Terra army, although only if there's no ring wraiths around, which is the same with any shaman really. If you've got a Terra army that you're coming up against, I think there are like other ways to deal with Terra as well. I think he just sits in B tier. He's solid. Yeah. Take him if you think you'll need him, but for the most part, like I think there are better takes.
You can do without.
Now the Balrog.
D tier. He's shit. Get rid of him.
The Balrog for 350 points. I argue in the Legendary Legion, like he is incredible.
Oh yeah.
He as the base army, he's still very good. But I think he runs into a problem that a lot of really high fight models run into, and it's pardon? Yeah, needing a 6. If you do not get a 6 with the Balrog, he is 350 points of useless. He has no might. He's like, it's a bit like a really expensive troll. Like he has no might to use. His other shit is nice, but as soon as he's not winning fights, he is not giving you any value. Other than the 12-inch auto pass courage on goblins.
Yeah, Goblin Mastery is beautiful. I do really like the Fiery Lash though.
The Fiery Lash is great.
Being able to just pick up one of your opponents, like let's say heroes or something, and just drag him in and going, I'm going to kill you now, is sensational. Yeah. But once again, you're struggling. If
he doesn't roll the 6. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yes, Fiery Lash is incredible, but as soon as he doesn't roll a 6, it doesn't make any difference. Like, sure, like a strength 7 hit is huge, and like you will wound a lot of lads with that.
Strength 9. The strength 7 hit of the
of the lash, not the strength 9. Obviously, like if the Balrog wins a fight, he's going to be killing a lot of shit.
Gone.
But I genuinely think in a regular Moria list, not the Legendary Legion, with the Legendary Legion, I think makes him a little bit better, but still not, incredible. I think he sits B tier for me. I know that's going to be really controversial. And I know it's very reliant on, he's too reliant on rolls for 350 points.
He's definitely not an auto take.
No, like not at all.
It's not I'm building Moria, here's the Balrog. It's, I want to build a list with the Balrog, here's Moria.
Yes, that's it. It's not, the list isn't about the Balrog is part of the list. And I think in the Legendary Legion, he moves to A tier. easy.
Yeah, that Legendary Legion is good, where you have to take them down to half wounds or something.
Yeah, taking him down to half wounds to even be considered broken is so fucking good, especially
he's got a bunch of other
D9 strength.
Shadow and Flame is also a fucking ridiculous rule.
Yep, 5 ups to hit him. The flame thing on a 2, you can set someone ablaze, which is oh my god, so good. As long as it goes off, the amount of fucking times I've had that special rule just do absolutely nothing. Holy shit, I can't stand it. But the +1 fight as well that he gives around him. Yeah, that Legendary Legion makes him A tier easy. I think in a regular Moria list, I think he's B tier.
Yeah, all right, let's keep him B tier.
I think he's teetering on A and B for me. And I think, I mean, just if he goes off, he goes off. But if he doesn't, that's 350 points of just fuck all.
And see, I know someone's probably going to say, oh, why'd you put the fucking Drake in A tier when he relies on 6s? Because the Drake's 150 points, not.
Yeah, the Drake's 200 points cheaper. That's 20 goblins. No, that's 40 goblins.
Yeah.
That's 40 goblins you can get if you don't take the Balrog and you take the Drake.
Yeah, 100%.
And also, the Drake has a point of might. So at least once he is going to definitely, well, if you roll a 5 anyway, he's going to be able to get that 6.
Yeah.
It just makes him better. Like, I can't reliably put the Balrog, unless it's in the Legendary Legion. I can't reliably put the Balrog in A tier. Can't do it.
Fair.
Now, Druzhag. Another model I've not really played with, but hot damn, Enraged Beast. I mean, on a spider, I've played a game where I have played a game like I don't know in the model, but I've played a couple of games on tabletop sim and that kind of stuff with him. Enraged beasting a spider and killing Saruman the White is very fun. +2 to strength, fight, courage, and taking a strength 10 hit. If you do that on a spider, even if they take the strength 10 hit, they're going to still be alive. Regardless of what that damage does. Like, they might be only on 1 wound, but like
still alive.
They're still alive. A channeled Enraged Beast, especially if you like it, oh man, like if you can chuck that on a spider and then throw don't even need to channel it, actually. You could just chuck it on a regular spider and then throw a bat swarm in there. You can kill a leader with a spider, and that's a 20-point model killing what could potentially be like 150 points. Like, Drozag's very good. The Fury, again, I think his Fury is a little bit better, but it's not quite it's again not quite good as a regular Fury because it's not hitting your goblins. It depends on the list.
Bat spiders and wargs. Yeah.
Depends on the list. But goddamn.
5 will.
Yeah, 5 will is huge.
So,
2 might, 2 fate, 2 wounds. He's pretty survivable for the most part. I think he's easily A tier.
Yeah.
I
S tier, definitely A tier. Rage Beast is just beautiful.
It's such a good spell. I mean, yeah, especially like there are lists you can build like that are yellow alliances that can throw like a Shelob or a Spider Queen into a Moria list. Yeah.
But hey, we're not here to talk about allies, mate.
No, we're not. That's the whole point of this. We are not talking about allies. Oh man.
Your favorite model?
Oh my god. So the dragon, I've wanted to run a dragon for a while now. I've not. And the biggest fucking reason is 2 little words. 2 little fucking words. Survival instinct. What a shit rule. Oh my god. What a fucking garbage rule.
To be fair,
so bad.
He does have 3 will, so he will most likely survive that first 1 or 2.
One or 2 maybe. With only courage 4, with like especially if you're up against something with Harbinger, courage 3.
Yeah.
And your 300, well, potentially 350 point model can just fuck off the board. Oh man, it's just so sad.
I would take a Balrog over him any day of the week.
I think, yeah, I would, because he doesn't give much more to the list in terms of like Balrog has Goblin Mastery. And he's potentially the same amount of points. And not only is he also relying on sixes if he's in combat, which to be fair, with 3 points of might, if he didn't have survival instinct, I would put him higher.
Charge.
I would potentially put the dragon in A tier if he did not have survival instinct. In fact, I'd put him close to S tier, especially because you can give him D9 and 9 wounds. Like that's essentially a Balrog at that point.
I'm
with
not
might.
even gonna lie. I almost want to.
D for dragon. Bye. Yeah. Oh yeah, dice rolls for the most part for sure. Yeah.
But you can lose on luck. I think it sits in C tier. I don't think it's
D for dragon.
For that alone, sure.
Like that's the thing. Like again, you might have a game where, or you might have multiple games in a row where survival instinct never goes off. You just clean through armies with the dragon. But there's always going to be, and it might be a really fucking important game, or it might be like 7 games in a row. You don't fucking know. Just survival instinct is so bad. And I think the only way to counter it with what the dragon actually has is by giving him tough hide. And then suddenly you're having to choose between fly and breathe fire, which I guess you'd probably take fly at that point. I'll put him in C tier purely because if you give him tough hide, he can potentially like survive through survival. Oh my god, my favorite fucking hero in this goddamn list, Grublug. Grublug. I fucking love this man. I love this strange little goblin boy so fucking much. I mean,
he's beautiful because his like lore is, I take crown, I'm king.
Even though Durbers is king,
everyone like, and I'm like the thing
I love about Grublug and the headcanon I always have of him is like Grublug runs around, it's like, I'm king, I'm king, I'm king. And Durbers like just kind of puts up with it because he's like, oh look, I mean, I guess he's all right.
You give my guys an extra fight, sure.
Yeah, like maybe like Grublug goes around telling him he's king, but you know, he buys a round of drinks at the pub. You know, like he's put up with him. Like
what my favorite thing about him is the Crown of Mithril, which is a 4+. Goblins within 3 inches get +1 to fight. Give it to a prowler, and prowlers are suddenly trapping. Hello, you have fight 5 models in Moria.
You have fight 5 with +2s to wound. I mean, that like look. Grublug can win you or lose, like win you games, hands down. For 50 points, that fight value increase can absolutely win you games because it doesn't only affect warriors, it affects Moria goblins. Yep. So you suddenly throw that on Durbers. He's fight 5 with strike. On himself, he's fight 4 with strike. He's got defense, which is another fucking amazing rule.
Yeah.
He's actually like, for a really like low points, like maybe 500 points or less Moria army, he's actually a really good leader. Because he's Hero of Fortitude. He's got defense 6. He's got defense as a special rule. He can get to fight 4 and have strike. He's so good. I think I'm putting him in S tier, to be honest.
Yeah. Once again, when I look at a Moria list, I look at Grublug and Durbers first.
Yeah.
And then as I'm building the list, depending on what way that list is being built is where I decide, I'm going to get rid of this guy or I'm going to get rid of that guy. So clearly S tier.
I think he's more of an auto take than Durbers.
Probably. But let's just
I
keep
don't
them
know.
both there
I'm just going to do this.
to represent something.
In fact, that. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'm also going to do that.
Ooh,
Oh, no, not that one. That one. And then
okay.
that one.
Okay.
Oh, no. Take it back. There we go. Oh, there
Bring
we
it
go.
back now, y'all.
And I'm leaving the Balrog where he is, and you know what that represents. I'm also leaving the Black Shield fucking captain where he is, and you know what that represents.
D for captain.
D for dickhead. Now I
this is a fun one.
Come to just such a fucking fun model. Again, a model I've not really used, but a model I want so badly.
Oh man.
Oh my god, the Watcher in the Water.
Building lists around this model the other day, and there's so much you can do with it. Because it doesn't matter what you take it with. It can be taken in a monster mash. It can be taken in a spider spam. It can be taken in a goblin spam. It can be taken in a Balrog list. It's so good.
It's
good.
Probably one of the best monsters in the game. I mean, okay, stat line again. We'll probably have a lot of this up on screen, but we'll see how we go.
Probably not, but we'll see.
Stat line of almost all sixes, like sixes in almost every single slot. Fight value, strength, defense, attacks, wounds. Ah man, this boy is so good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, oh God, he has so many special rules. But for starters, he's not on the board at the start of the game.
So you got to roll.
Oh, that's right. It's just So you roll a 3+. Once you roll a 3+, you can potentially bring him on the board.
Yeah.
You can choose not to as well. But yeah, once you've rolled that 3+, he is available, and then you can keep rolling that as well. And once he enters, oh boy, does he make a fucking entrance!
Oh yeah, carnage.
Hey, you've got this perfectly set up, anchor point with your Gondorian shield wall. Well, not anymore, buddy. Here comes the Kraken. Oh man, just absolute carnage that he causes.
It splits models that are in combat.
It displaces models that it enters underneath. What's its base actually? Do you know? Is it a 60 mil base?
Fuck off base. I think it's a similar base size to the Cave Drake. So one of those.
Oh, is it a round? Is it an oval? I thought it was a roundy.
So. But either way.
Question. But regardless, splitting up a whole bunch of shit.
It's got its tentacles. So on the roll of D6,
the tentacles,
it has that many shots.
Mwah.
Hitting on
D6
threes.
shooting, hitting on threes, being able to drag models out of combat. Oh, because it's any model that's hit by the tentacles and not slain is immediately dragged into base contact. You shoot that shit into combat, they're suddenly being dragged towards you, and you're an evil army, so you can fucking do that. And also,
actually, it doesn't, from memory, it doesn't take any in the ways. I think it's an auto grab. Yep, it never requires in the way rolls.
It doesn't require in the ways, no. But you're still having. Well, actually, yeah, this is an auto grab then. Yeah. You're still having to hit on a 3+.
Yeah, but like once it's done that, you say, "Cool, I'm picking you up." Whoop.
Yeah, and you're even if you're 6 inches away from me, you're coming into base contact.
Yes. And to double this shit up, he gets even better if he's in any form of water feature.
Yeah, so much better. So his movement speed is doubled, so he's got 8-inch move.
8-inch move.
He charges with monstrous charge when he's in the water on 8-inch move. So suddenly he's got 7 attacks with knockdown, with being able to whip motherfuckers into him, and then on top of all of that, drag to the depths.
I just love the idea of drag to the depths. You pull in, you pop up, you displace and fuck up shit, and then you disappear into the depth again, and then you wait.
You pop up again?
You wait until the shield wars there, and then you go, whoop. Nope.
Here it is again. Let's go.
To be fair, we don't see a lot of water features here in Australia, which is probably why we don't see the Watcher that often. But even without the water features, incredible.
Even without it. Oh my god! Even without
there,
it,
though. Stop.
That's the thing. Like, it's a situational thing in whether or not the water feature is going to be there. But as soon as it is, that changes the fucking game. Like, that shit suddenly, like, and I hate it when this happens because it's happened to me before, but suddenly the table that you are playing on suddenly becomes a massive fucking disadvantage to you. It's like playing elves on like a heavily wooded terrain. Like, as soon as there's suddenly a water feature, you're like, oh, cool, GG. Fucking hell. But yeah, dragged to the depths. I don't think we actually explained it, but a man-sized model being dragged underneath the water, suffers a wound, and is immediately slain unless it passes its fate rolls. But then what the big thing is, and I think what's really good about it, is that suddenly the Watcher is not on the board again and may re-enter as it did originally.
Yeah, so it can displace again.
And it just, breaks up everything again, just becomes more havoc.
Once again, it does rely on sixes, much like a lot of the big monsters in a Moria
list. 6 attacks.
But 6, potentially 7 attacks. Is the S tier? S for Sean. Let's go, baby.
I think it has to be. I think it's hard because, like, I think about a Cave Drake, and I think about the fact that it always has monstrous charge. It's also fight 6, but it's also 8-inch move all the time as well.
For me,
the disruption. For
me, 1, it's that disruption, and 2,
the tentacle
it's the
shots.
Tentacles.
Yeah, I think
let's put him in A tier. We'll put him in A tier because I think he's somewhat.
The other thing we haven't
Cave Drake.
I think the other thing we haven't mentioned, which probably puts him down to A tier, is that once he's only on 3 wounds, he only has 3 attacks.
Yeah.
And I think because he's only D6, it's not difficult for him to whiff a combat, lose 3 wounds, and suddenly only be a 200-point model with 3 attacks, and not as effective at doing what it needs to do. Still got that shooting, still got the tentacles with the D6, but not as many attacks. And if there isn't a water feature, I think it also struggles a little bit more than if you just have a Cave Drake. And I think the Cave Drake can do more, less situationally. I think it's amazing, and I think it has the potential to absolutely change a game. But
it's amazing, baby.
It's hard. It's really, I'm putting him on the very top of A tier because I think genuinely he's a water feature or he's a really good turn away from being S tier. Like, again, much like the rest of the game, dice rolls. But I think, as compared to most of the other like models on this list, 6 attacks, fuck me, man. Like, it's pretty fucking. It's also pretty fucking outside odds to not roll a 6 on 6 attacks. Well, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's no D tiers, which
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this tier list.
I think it makes sense. Moria is a really good list.
My only one that I'm starting to question now is probably Durbers.
I think let's move him down.
Yeah, we'll move him down.
I think coming up to it after everyone else, I think Grobby's better than Durbers in my mind, just purely because he has a bubble effect that increases fight value in an army that kind of needs it. And he also still has defense. He's still D6.
And the thing is, like, there's probably going to say stuff like, "Oh, he's only fight 3 or 2 wounds, 1 fate, whatever." But when you're playing Goblin Spam, I don't care. I'm just not going to put my hero into combat.
Yeah, that's it. Like
I'll beat you with
he is
weight of
actually
dice.
exactly like Groblog sits at the back of the line. All the fights in front of him, they're getting the well, hopefully getting the fight value increase, and he's not in combat.
Yeah.
Durbur's like this 12-inch standfast of Durbur's makes me still he's really close to S tier. In fact, I'm going to put him here. Just that 12-inch standfast is very, very good, and he's so durable as a goblin hero, as a leader.
As your leader, yeah.
Yeah, especially I think the thing that puts him back in S tier, and I'm going to argue again. We're going to stay on this point too long. Hero of Valor, because that suddenly gives you
15.
A 15 as opposed to 12. It gives you a bit more room.
Even with that, I still think leave him top of A tier.
Leave him top of A tier. All right.
Let's move on.
It's close though.
The Warriors.
Yes. All right. So, Goblin Warrior, Moria Warriors, not Goblin Warriors. Moria Warriors are just like, oh my god, they're just such a spammy army.
It's gonna be a lot of D tier, baby.
There's probably gonna be a bit of D tier here. And I can definitely think of one that's going there.
I can think of one I don't even want to put on the list. That's cheeky.
Same, actually. To be honest, yeah, I think same. Actually, I think we're both in agreement on that one.
Let's go with the Dweller in the Dark to start off with.
Yeah, I really like the Dweller.
Baby fucking Balrog. But I think I'm gonna straight up say I think he's B tier.
I think he's B tier too, and I think the reason he's B tier is his only defense 5.
D5 is massive. Once again, relying on dice rolls,
but at 75 points, it's not like
if you have him in a combat with spam goblins and spam spears and stuff, awesome. But also
I think he has 2
base size is so big.
Yes,
that's what I was going.
I knew you were going to say that. I had it in my mind, and you were like, he's going to say the base size. Yeah. It's
not about size. It's the motion of the ocean. What you do with it.
Look, at fight 7, he's really good. Like suddenly your Aragorns and that kind of stuff are having to strike against him. But he has no banner effect. He only has 3 attacks. Yes, he can get wounds back on enemy kills. But I think the biggest thing is that your opponent just kind of avoids him. And like, if you're really throwing him in there, he's probably going to die then.
I'm not looking to take them in a list.
Yeah, I think the Dweller, I think, obviously, shooting will absolutely fucking murder it. That makes sense. But I think the other thing is, like, there's a better 75-point model that you can throw into a Moria list.
Yeah.
But over obviously a cave troll, having resistant to magic and having that courage value is actually really, really nice.
Courage 7 is very good.
Yeah, and I still think it's good, and that's why I still think it's on B tier. But I think that D5 only being strength 5 and that massive fucking base really put it down for me, because if it was on a 40 mil base, if any of those 3 things changed, if it was a 40 mil base, if it was strength 6, or if it was D6, any of those 3 things change, I think I put it higher. But it just doesn't bring enough to the table, considering
humble opinion.
No, your factual opinion.
Factual opinion.
Opinion? Wait, factual fact.
Actual fact.
Factual opinion.
We are just like the PC culture people. We are full opinions.
Your factual opinion. I hate that. All right, so let's move on. Warg Marauder.
I love them. I love the model. I love them on paper.
I want to love them. I do. But I've used them, and they fall short for me for 30 points.
Yeah.
I really Oh man, I think
If the shooting if it was 3+ shooting, oh, that's another story. If it was elves on the back of a fucking wog, hello,
like even 4+ would be interesting.
It's 5+. Shooting.
I love that it causes terror. And I really, really love that it's 4 attacks on the charge. It can be really, really good. I've had some really good success with it. But I use that I use it in conjunction with just a regular cave troll to give it the fight 6 is actually such a fucking good strat, because the cave troll can support it being a 40 mil infantry model to support the cavalry, to give it fight 6. Cavalry can't support cavalry. Cave troll can support cavalry. It's really good, but I think it just falls short of being A tier for me, just purely because I've used it before and I know that as good as it is, and I really love the models that not only the regular models, but the models I've made. I made like fell wargs with fucking. They're so good to convert. If you want a model to convert and look really fun, Warg Marauder's your fucking go. It's so nice. It was a lot of fun, but goddamn.
I just love the concept of them.
Yes, it's just I love the concept.
It's 3 best friends with their little puppa.
With their puppa.
Just going for a joyride. It's like
so fun.
It's like those teenagers in like American movies where they've got the baseball bats on the side of trucks and they're hitting mailboxes with them. It's just 2 boys with their bows, not really knowing what they're doing, just having fun.
They're having a good time.
They're having a good time. Exactly.
They really are.
Like one of them's holding his bow up like fucking cowboy rodeo. Woo!
Yeah.
Like
so fun. They're just really fun models.
So
I love
it's so dumb.
That is a Warg Marauder worth 6 goblins, and I'm still not sure what the answer is there. Oh man. But man,
I do have to say I do like the idea of even in a goblin spam, just having one floating around.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
1 or 2, really good, because they're amazing objective grabbers. You suddenly have 4 models on an objective if you dismount.
All right.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Baby. Let's go. Just chuck it into S tier. Next one. Goblin Prowler. Let's go.
Oh, S tier as well. Done.
Yep, sweet. Let's go next.
Okay. Goblin Prowler, Bat Swarm.
Those
2. Okay, we'll start with the Bat Swarm. Halving fight value. Rounding down. Fuck.
In brackets, rounding down, motherfucker. Let's go.
What more do you need to say? Really, genuinely, what more do you need to say?
35
it works.
Points.
He's 35 points. You half fight value. Suddenly, your big old heroes are fucking. Oh yeah, got Aragorn. Oh, he's fight 3 now. Fuck.
And the combination of a Bat Swarm and a Cave Troll. Let's go. Oh, you struck up and you got to fight 10.
Fight 5, dickhead. Oh my god. Even like someone like fucking Grobby in a Bat Swarm, like that's still also really fucking good.
Bat Swarm, fuck it, just the ability to go, oh, I need objectives late game.
12-inch, let's go. 4 wounds as well. They're such a sponge with 2 attacks. Like, oh
yeah,
they are. They like even if you're not using them to like counter a big hero in terms of throwing another hero into them, they're so good at just holding a hero up with 4 wounds.
Well, see, the thing is, not only that, you throw it into a random combat with other heroes or with other models. Sick. You get an extra 2 attacks.
Yeah, and you know it's not going to die in 1 turn because, unless it's completely fucking surrounded. If you throw it into a 3-attack hero, they still can't kill it in 1 turn. That's literally impossible. Unless, of course, they're mounted because it is an infantry. But It's just it's really good. Like there's not a lot of things for 35 points that really beat that as a warrior model.
It's great.
Fuck me. My favorite model in Moria, in
Goblin
fact,
Prowler.
that motherfucker.
Also,
My God.
I don't give a fuck that they have to take a two-handed weapon. I do not care.
Either. In fact, I prefer it. Because I genuinely do.
It takes
backstabbers, motherfucker.
It takes the thinking out of, am I going to go two-handed? No, you just have to.
Yeah, and the thing is, you should be. Because a two-handing model with backstabbers, if you're trapping, not only are you getting the Moria fight bonus, if you have Groblog nearby, you're getting fight 5, and you're getting +2 to wound. Holy shit. With piercing strike, you can get a strength 4.
And the thing is that D4, you don't care if you piercing strike.
Exactly, because they're probably gonna fucking die anyway. And even your opponent's always gonna target them if they lose.
But that 7 points, that is well worth it.
I mean, they're 2 points more than a regular Moria warrior. I mean, Moria warrior with one of its fucking war gear. Like, fuck me. You're hard pressed to find a better 7-point model than a Moria Prowler. That is one of my favorite models in the game. Throwing weapons as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Like, there's nothing bad about a Moria Prowler. Like, yeah, sure, they're D4. Yeah, sure, they have to use two-handed weapons. For 7 points with throwing weapons, I've won games just with their throwing weapons alone. Like, I've killed like 7 models in one turn with throwing weapons.
That's just your experience.
Oh, sorry, that's just my experience.
It's just your experience. That's just in a few lucky games
dice rolls.
A few lucky dice rolls, mate.
Of all the models in the Moria list, the Prowlers are the ones I absolutely have the most experience with, and there's no fucking way I'm putting them in A tier. They are the best fucking model in that list.
Sensational. I hate seeing them on the table. Like, you put like 10 or 12 on the table, and
I almost always leave I always put a list of 10. If there's not 10, there's more.
Yeah, I hate it. I see them like, fucking Prowlers, not again. All right.
They are so good.
On to our first lot of banner drum things.
Yeah. So, Black Shield Drum is an interesting one. It's the same amount of points as a regular drum.
Yes.
It has, I think it's 6-inch less range.
12
so and 18.
It is 12, whereas the other one is 18 inches. Though this one can still move.
Move and drum. Continuing to drum while moving is actually really good. It's a model. It's a model that I actually really want to put instead of regular drums in my armies. I just don't have one, and I can't be bothered to make one or get one. Being able to play and move is actually really, really good, because the thing that I find most difficult.
It's also +1 defense.
Yeah, an extra defense, of course. I didn't know that. I didn't even look at that. Extra courage as well. This is actually the one. Oh, other than the shaman, the one like black shield thing that I actually really like, because that extra courage, meaning it's not leaving as much, and that extra defense, meaning it's harder to kill. It's actually probably something I would put above a regular drum, even though the regular drum is the one I have more experience with, and obviously it's so good. For 75 points to get the same model that has a little bit less range, but if you're able to move it with your army, it doesn't fucking matter if it has less range. It's a 12-inch banner.
And the thing is, it still has the effects of battlefield-wide courage boost and Harbinger of Evil. I think I like the Black Shield Drummer over the regular one. The 18-inch is sensational. It's massive, and in most cases, you're probably not needing to move.
S tier, I reckon. Because you actually, that's the thing I actually really struggle with the regular drum. It has an 18-inch range, but getting it in a good enough position where it's not going to get flanked and also still affect you, and also when you're moving it and when you choose to move it, it has a lot of drawbacks that I think that 6-inch range isn't worth the amount of drawbacks that it has over the regular drum. I think The other problem it has over the regular drum, though, is that there's only one model that's drumming on it. And so if you lose that one model, it's suddenly unless you've got...
You can still pick up.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm putting it lower. It has to be a Moria black shield within an inch. Nah. It has to be a Moria black shield within an inch of it to replace the slain drummer.
Ah, okay, yeah, cool.
Oh,
80.
no.
Maybe even lower because
Oh, no.
Move it to B tier.
Yeah.
Because
you know what? That changes everything.
Big reason. And
black shields are fucking shit.
They're shit.
In fact, let's go there now.
Yeah.
Black shields D tier or just not on the fucking list. I hate Moria black shields.
Just fuck them off. Back to the drummer though, the black shield drummer. If you can keep that guy alive,
it's better.
No
in almost
so
every way.
Better.
Yeah.
If not, and chances
suddenly
are
a huge detriment to your
going
army.
to get into a right position to take it out.
To be able to shoot or
one lucky shot.
And it becomes such a big target as well. Like the regular drummer, if you just have like 3 dudes around it, it's not as big a target because they know, if that dude dies, you just swap.
Pick it up.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Oh,
yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Oh, I only just read that. That's the thing. It's not a model I've ever used, so I haven't really properly read up on the rules entirely.
You didn't do your research. What the fuck?
Sorry, I know everything, and everything is 100% fact. I keep forgetting that, but I just need it like drilled into my fucking head. I'll get a tattoo that just says, "I know everything. Everything is fact."
Factual opinions.
Oh no! Oh yeah, look. I think that easily drops it to B tier because the black shields, and let's go straight to them because I'll do the drum in a sec.
Yeah,
the black shields are so bad.
Just to read out their stats.
Oh my god! Which again, I think we might put them up on the screen, but we'll see how we go. Depends on how Sean's feeling on the edit.
Yeah. I'll see if I have the capability to. All right. So, movement 5, same. So I'll go between both regular Goblin Warriors and Black Shields. All right.
It's just.
They both have 5-inch movement. They are both fight 2. They both fight 3. The regular Goblin Warriors D4, D5 with a shield. Black Shield Goblins are D6. They're both 1 attack, both 1 wound. Black Shield is 3, Courage 3, and a regular Goblin Warrior is Courage 2. The Goblin Warrior can take an Orc Bow, a shield, and a spear. The Black Shield can take a spear. The Black Shield
they both have Cave Dweller.
2 dwarves.
Yeah.
The difference is Moria Goblin Warrior, 4 points base. Black Shield, 8 points base. You give that a spear, 9 points. No thanks.
No.
Not happening. I don't.
As a 9-point model, like
+1 courage. No, it's not happening.
I know you can you can compare that. I mean, of course, we're going like off list, but comparing that to almost any other 9-point warrior in the fucking game, it is the worst value for points in the game.
9-point warrior of Dale, fight 4, strength 3, spear and shield D5.
Courage 3 as well. Even a Morannon Orc is 8 points with a shield, so it gets to the D6. It's fight 3, strength 4, and that's 1 point less than a fucking Black Shield. Ugh, oh my god, they are.
Do not get me wrong; they are beautiful models, and I would love to own some to paint up. The Black Shield line is sensational.
Yes, they're so bad. They are not worth it.
I don't even want to put them in D tier. Can we create an F tier?
Actually, I think we might be able to.
Ooh.
Add row below.
Big
black. Big shitty crap. Oh, that is some terrible spelling. I'm going to leave that little sad face though.
Yeah.
Let's make the color. I can't make it like poop brown. Let's make it like gray. And I've made D tier into big shitty crap. Whoops. You know what? That's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Let's go back into here and add a row above. There we go. And that's gonna be no. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. There we go. That's where it is. Fucking big shitty crap. I hate them so much. They're so bad. Good Lord, please get the fuck out of my game. Get out of my Moria list. You don't deserve to be there.
Maybe if you know that you're going up against dwarves.
That's the only time. That's literally the only time. +1 to wound against dwarves with a strength 3 weapon. Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Nothing special.
Nah. They're just so bad. They're so bad. I hate them. And that's what makes me put the fucking Black Shield Drummer in B tier, because the Black Shield Drummer might be really, really good, but just because it would make me add Black Shields into my army. I wonder though, is the Black Shield Drummer worth putting like 2 Black Shields in an army?
I was just thinking that, even just 1 maybe. But let's not get into that shit, because
that's a list building thing.
That's too complicated for our little non-meta minds.
As just a model on their own, the fact that they have to pass off to Black Shields, which are just not a model that I want in my army, the Black Shield Drummer goes a bit lower. Let's put it in A tier, because I still think as a model base, it's good.
Because of that one rule, I want the Goblin Drummer over the Black Shield Drummer.
But that's why I'm putting the Goblin Drummer.
I don't want that in S tier.
Are you sure? Yeah. Are you sure about that?
Yes. I'm sure.
Fine. I just
and the big reasons isn't there ones that you spoke about earlier, of there's so many drawbacks in terms of not being able to move it, trying to have to position it properly.
Being 75 points for a banner.
75 points is expensive.
It doesn't even count as banner VPs unless you're taking it with the Legendary Legion.
The amount of like these Moria lists that I've built, and I've looked at them and I've gone, I don't need a drummer. I'll just get more goblins. Or I've gone, do I want a troll or a drummer? And because I've had those thoughts, I don't want it in S tier. It's really good.
I just think it really brings so much to the list. Like I think I still choose. Personally, I think I choose a drum over a troll, purely because if you've got fucking 40 fucking models or whatever at 500 points, you throw a drum in there, they're all re-rolling. The off chance your opponent, even fucking elves, if they're not rolling 6s, and also an elf banner doesn't hit that far. You've got fights on the fringes. You got 18 inch. You're hitting most fights on the board. And there's always those fights, and they're in every single match. Well, almost every single match, there'll be like 2 dudes like off on the flank, and they're fighting it out for the fucking game. That fight suddenly has a banner, and that's normally a fight that you'll never have a banner in. That's what I really like about them.
That is, don't get me wrong, valuable, and I love it. There's nothing worse than watching your side flanks go and, I don't have a banner there. But I still don't think it's S tier. I think A tier is a nice couple, because it is
I think you are
brings
right.
a lot to the list.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things, once again, as I said, I can look at a Moria list and start building a list, and I'm thinking, I don't need a drummer. It's nice. But I could take a troll, or I could take however many more goblins. I could take a captain and more goblins. It's
15 goblins over a Moria drum. That's huge.
In some cases, I would do that.
It can be worth 15 goblins, to be honest, because suddenly those fights that you would lose a goblin in, they're winning and killing instead, or winning and just pushing back. It can definitely be worth it.
Even then, I still don't think it's worth S tier.
No, it's not worth S tier. I'm not arguing it's worth S tier. It's absolutely not. But it is such a fucking good addition.
I do love it, and there is
really
value in taking it. but I think there's also other options that you could take instead. I think there's those three things you go, I could take 15 goblins, or I could take a drummer, or I could take a troll. And
I think
whatever you take isn't taking too much away. It's bringing something new into the army. It's
Yeah, I think one of the things, and like we were mentioning with the Balrog, this is another one that in that Balrog Legendary Legion becomes S tier, I think.
Oh yeah.
It's an auto take in the Balrog Legendary Legion, I think.
Wide. It's a board wide drum.
Board wide and counts as a banner.
Yeah. So you don't need to move, you leave it at the back of the board and say
like actually counts as a banner for banner VPs. So suddenly, like there's only like 3-4 scenarios or something that actually have banner VPs as a thing. But suddenly you have a banner that sits at the back of the map, almost unaffected by anything your opponent can do, and affects every single fucking fight.
And as both you and me learn, well, I say learn, we both already knew this, but recently came into play at the previous tournament. 2 VPs is huge. 2
VPs is
those
massive.
3 VPs that I was able to scrounge up against the Vanquishers were huge in me getting 5th.
Yeah, that's it. And VPs win tournaments. Any VPs you can deny or grab yourself, they'll do it. They'll change it.
100%.
Now, the Moria Goblin Warrior.
I don't know. Like
that's the thing.
It's S tier because you take it every day of the week.
You're not gonna unless you're building a monster mash. You're not taking warriors.
It's B tier because they're just shit.
They are fucking garbage. I'm going to put them in A tier because they are still strength 3, which is still massive.
You can get D5.
You can get to D5, which in a Moria list is pretty good.
Any list is solid. Unless you're going up against strength 3 bows, D5 is solid. And being able to shield with 40 plus goblins.
Yeah. If you need to stay alive, the goblins can pretty handily do that for the most part. Obviously, at fight 2, they're not doing it a lot. But it's just that, they've got the fight value increase when you trap. Groblog or the Balrog in the Legendary Legion could give them that fight value increase as well. They're such a good utility for Moria that they make the list because the list needs spam, and they can be absolutely spammed and still do a really solid job. I would absolutely take anything. I think, oh my god, so I would always take Moria Goblins over anything in B tier, I think.
Yeah.
I think that puts them in A tier easy. In fact, I'm going to do that. Because they're just, as a profile, they're garbage. In terms of the list, in terms of, the faction in general,
sensational.
They make the faction. The faction doesn't work without them. And the fact that they're only 5 points. The faction works without them if you make Monster Mash armies. Absolutely. That's why I put them.
Clarify for our viewers. Hello, viewers. How's it going?
Hello.
How's mum and dad?
I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, that's very good. Sweet daughter. We just want to clarify that it's a Dora the Explorer reference because she talks to the audience and then she waits 30 seconds that's right. Good job.
Oh, I thought you said sweet daughter. I was like, why? What? Oh, okay.
Hot baby.
Hot baby.
Yeah, so just to clarify with all of y'all, these tier lists that we're doing at the moment are not an overall tier list in terms of the game. It's a tier list within the faction itself. We'll eventually do an overall tier list. So just because we've got
with the faction, each faction kind of thing. Yeah.
Just because we've got the Goblin Prowlers in S tier does not mean they're going to be S tier in an overall.
Yeah, if we took every warrior model in the game, in fact, that's going to be probably a list we make, is every S tier that we've made, we're going to be ranking them, which is going to be very interesting. But in terms of the Moria list in general, I don't think the warriors belong in S tier, purely because I think One, if you're making Monster Mash armies, they're not the thing. And two, I will always prioritize, like, obviously Prowlers backed up by regular goblins are really good. It's just they're good. They're solid for the army, but they don't bring it to S tier for me anyway.
No.
Yeah, I think A tier is where they live.
Yeah.
Now Cave Troll.
I like A tier. I love a good cave troll, but
they're absolutely up there.
I think they fall to the same issue that I mentioned earlier of I could take a drum over the cave troll, or I could take 15 goblins over the cave troll, and that's why I think they sit handsomely in A tier.
Yeah, I think the other big thing as well is if you're building a big list. Yeah. The other thing as well, if you're building a big list, like, you take some cave trolls with them, but if you've got the drum and some cave trolls, the cave trolls can't be affected by that banner, which is the same problem with a lot of the monsters in this list. Needing 6s. And the same with any monster, really. Or any high fight, usually monsters. Needing 6s to do anything is just such a hard ask.
Now, I do like the fact they get Burly.
Yeah, I love that they get Burly, but 80 points?
Yeah.
I don't think... The other thing as well, the Troll Chain, I think, is in a Moria list. I think it's a waste of points. I think you take a Goblin over a Troll Chain.
Mm-hmm.
Purely because, 5 points to get, it's a strength 5 hit, isn't it? Yeah, strength 5 hit on a 5+.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If it comes off, it comes off. Cool, but
it's not worth it. I think in an Angmar list where the troll profile actually is, I think it's solid. I think taking Troll Chains is nice. But when you can get a warrior model for 5 points as opposed to this 5+ chain, I don't think it's worth it. But yes, the hammer, even just a base cave troll with spear, I actually really like, purely because sometimes a Moria list, because it's got so many models, is going to get clogged up. And suddenly your troll, which you've been trying to, keep in the ways, kind of keep safe toward the back of the army, is suddenly not able to get into the front line. If you have a spear, I move a couple of these goblins and I put a spear support into this fight. That's a fight 6 fight. Amazing. Spear support, Prowler. Spear support, Bat Swarm. Spear support, Marauder. Spear support, Hero. Really, really good and very, I think, underrated in most lists. And
combine it with a Bat Swarm.
Yeah, or you spear support a Bat Swarm and you're a fight 6 Bat Swarm with 3 attacks, one of them at strength 6. Look. They're really nice good. And I think they definitely belong in a lot of Moria lists over anything in B tier. But yeah, I think I take a Bat Swarm and some Prowlers over a Troll most days.
Yeah. If you asked me if I could have 80 points of Prowlers or 80 points of a Troll, I'm taking 80 points of Prowlers every day of the week.
Yeah. To be honest, same. 10 Prowlers is 70 points. And that's 10 throwing weapons with +1s to wound or +2s. Yeah. Look. Amazing. Fantastic list. There it is. Nothing in C and D tier because Moria is the best list, best faction. Fight me.
Yep, let's go. Fight us. It's in the comments, boys. Let's go.
Oh man, look, I think Moria is just such a solid list. Like, I don't, especially Warriors wise.
Yeah.
Like, of course, the Moria goblins are shit. Like, yes, they are unarguably shit.
It's
but
a
the fact
quality.
That they're only 5 points.
It's a quantity, not quality army.
Yeah. And Moria in general with their warriors are quantity, not quality.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we said it previously throughout the video. I think the motto of this army is, I need to roll 6s. That's
yeah.
it's the army's motto. Honestly, it's roll
most of
them
their big
sixes.
shit. Most of their big shit is roll sixes, and yeah, with not a lot of might or banners on their like big things like the cave drake or the watcher or the Balrog or the trolls or the dweller. There's just a lot of models in there that have no ability to reroll and no might.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
Tough
it makes it tough. Yeah,
I really need to go toilet.
Yeah, I got real derailed by that. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you are sufficiently angry or amazed by our absolute factual opinions.
That's it. If maybe you guys have just been running this army wrong. Maybe this video is making you furious, but you're just running your armies wrong.
Yeah, I don't care how many tournaments you've won as Moria. You can't beat me with my like 5th place.
Yeah, get good.
Get good.
Get good. 5's a bigger number than 1, so
yeah, come on, fucking hell.
Go.
Look, if we got anything wrong, please don't tell us.
No, do you know what? Do we like it. We want a bit of animosity in the comments.
Oh my
God.
To wound, baby. Well, again, thank you all for watching. Awesome. Have a fantastic and hopefully less frustration-filled day as you watching this video.
Yeah, like, favorite, subscribe, find us on Instagram. Yeah, say hello to the parents.